Hi, welcome to American Dream Selling Kansas City, a city known for barbecue, crazy sports fans, and of course, our beautiful fountains. I'm your host, Adriana Bates, and we're gonna go all around town to take a look at some amazing real estate and experience our culture and our lifestyle. Here's Selling Kansas City.
Welcome to the American Dream, a real show, not a reality show. The real estate, the lifestyle, the culture.
It's not just about what you're living in, but the community you're gonna live in.
High-rise, luxury living.
People are the vehicle, people are the connection, people are the expansion.
Helping folks just like you find your dream home.
It just never disappoints.
Real stories in real neighborhoods with real experts. The opportunity to achieve our biggest goals and aspirations.
It's the American Dream!
Welcome to American Dream TV, Selling Kansas City. I'm your host, Sherry Oaks, and today we're at World Builders Academy, located in Kansas City, just north of Parkville on 9 Highway. World Builders Academy is a wonderful alternative to a daycare environment. So I'm excited. Let's go in and check it out. I would like to introduce you to my good friend, Pan Learn, the founding director and lead educator for World Builder Academy. Thank you so much for taking the time because we know your days are crazy.
Thank you for coming.
So what is World Builders Academy?
So World Builders Academy, on our marketing, on all of our brochures and things, we say that we are a STEM school for early ages. And what that means is that we are focused on providing inclusive and immersive experiences in science and art and technology for children that are under the age of 8. So we actually work with children that are babies all the way up through lower elementary or 6th grade.
So when you say STEM school, people think robots, computers. In that age group, how are you dealing with those subjects?
Yeah, you're not wrong. When people say STEM, which stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and some people even use the acronym STEAM that throws the arts in there, they do think of like soldering, LED lights and wiring, and how are we doing that with young kids? And what I think is important to remember about all of those trades and all of those skills is the critical thinking piece that's involved. The interest that's involved, the tenacity to continue through something that is hard, to persevere, to be curious, like just to be innately curious, that brings you into those activities, and ultimately how to be successful failures.
So what sets World Builders Academy apart from other daycare situations?
So our facility is really built to enable the children to have their own agency in their care.
So what's next for World Builders Academy?
We really want to build out this business and offer this kind of curiosity training for children who are in the urban core, right? And that requires us to have funding. We treat the children with what I call respectful care and education. We have a technique that we've developed that's how I label it. We do that with our staff as well. The current systems do not allow us to pay staff an equitable wage. Then on top of that, the teachers aren't trained. Even if they are trained teachers and they have their certifications and all of those things, they are not trained to be curious because, like the children, they have been raised in a system that teaches them this is how you execute, these are the reports, this is the federalized standard, and you are a widget so that when you go, we can plug anybody else in your place. And there's humanity in this work. This is a very human business, and I feel that systematically we are taking the humanity out for the benefit of efficiency, which is not, to me, a gain, right? So I want to open up these programs to give this to students and children who maybe don't have access to this, to families who, despite their best intentions, don't have the resources to do this for their kids. So I want to see it expand, but we need fundamental change in how we fund and how we view early education.
Thank you, Pan, so much again for giving us your time. I know that it's crazy here on a daily basis, but thank you so much.
Yeah, we love it. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you all for joining me today at World Builders Academy. I'm Sherry Oaks, and I look forward to seeing you next time on American Dream TV.
I'm your host, Aaron Floyd. Welcome to Selling Kansas City. We are just outside of downtown where many people are rushing to buy homes so they can treat their home more like a hub than a domicile. They want to participate in the activities, the community, and the events of downtown while living close. But before we get down there, let me show you some things about this home that make it mwah. Come on in. All right, before we get to the dramatic views of downtown, the first thing you notice when you walk in this home is this dramatic staircase. It's a stunning display of craftsmanship and really sets the tone for the level of finish in this home, almost as if it were built for a Disney princess. Come on down and look at the additional rec space this home offers. Now this rec space is generous. It's perfect for capturing your defending Super Bowl champions, or simply having a cocktail after work, or a cup of joe in the morning. Either way, you're going to appreciate it with the enormous floor-to-ceiling windows offering lots of light and obviously the generous views of the downtown city skyline. It's finally here. People now celebrate the bathroom. They heat the floors, they blow out the vanity, and they indulge with a walk-in shower, 3 shower heads, and a large soaking tub. Not to be outdone, they've added over 200 square feet of closet with custom built-in cabinets. Now this home was built for one reason, and that's the view. From here you can catch the annual fireworks show that lights up the sky. You can watch the weather rolling in and out of Kansas City, or you can watch the buildings that really showcase our city lit up well into the night. So we're here at the Crossroads Hotel with my friend Mindy. Mindy's the creator and curator of Kansas City Bucket List, the Instagram and the website. Mindy, what is it about Kansas City that made you want to start these pages?
Honestly, Kansas City is having a moment right now. The way that I look at it is there is a lot of history in the making in this city right now. The culture, the food, the arts, the sports, everything. It's kind of a hidden gem of the Midwest that we've been having a blast living here. Whether it is finding, one of the best rooftop bars. We're here at Porsche at the Crossroads Hotel. And as you can see, it has one of the most amazing views of the Kansas City skyline. And these are things that people crave. They want an experience. They want to know where they can go in KC and really have a memorable moment. So,
can I put you on the spot?
Sure.
All right, you've got friends coming from out of town for just the weekend.
Okay.
What are you going to do? Caveat. No Royals, no Chiefs, no barbecue.
Okay, fair. Okay, big foodie. So I would say I would go to dinner at the Antler Room, which is a fantastic place to go eat. We have some fantastic cocktail bars here. Drastic Measures is actually a James Beard nominated cocktail bar in downtown Shawnee. If you're looking for the best view of Kansas City, you've never been here before, you want to go to the World War I Museum, only museum of its kind here in KC or in the country. And then Liberty Memorial, you can go to the top and it's got the best view of Kansas City, hands down. So great thing you have to do.
Good points.
Yeah.
All right, Mindy, other than being defending Super Bowl champions, what else makes the city unique?
This city is so full of culture. The arts here, we've got incredible museums here. The live music scene, we have incredible outdoor venues, indoor, of course, as well. But the art scene is huge here. The food scene is amazing. We just had 7 James Beard nominations within our city. And one of them actually ended up being an award-winning baker here. So we've got just so many hidden gems in this market that people are unaware of. And in fact, we often say a lot of times, kind of keep it quiet, right? We don't want everybody moving here, but we've got incredible quality of life. We have incredible cost of living here.
Awesome. It's a young, growing, a lot of people from across the country finding this place to be their new home. Thank you so much for being here, Mindy, today. I appreciate the information.
Thank you.
See you on the next one.
Cheers.
Welcome to the American Dream, Selling Kansas City. I'm your host, Jonathan Goforth with Keller Williams Platinum Partners. Kansas City is famous for the best barbecue in the world. It's a way of life here. And I'm on location right here in Kansas City, Kansas at Joe's Kansas City Barbecue. I'm going to show you today how this old filling station has been transformed into one of the best barbecue restaurants on the planet. This is Eric Tata, the Director of Marketing here at Joe's Kansas City Barbecue. So Eric, tell me some of the history. How did all this get started?
Well, we are actually in the original gas station location. So 28 years ago, this is the year that we opened the restaurant here at the gas station. Jeff and Joy, the owners, actually lived in the community. They just did competition barbecue. This was an original gas station and liquor store, and they transitioned and gave themselves a little nook to do some catering. We got lucky with a couple really great articles from Anthony Bourdain, Patrick Mahomes, and then it just kept growing and growing. And next thing you know, here we are 28 years from now, a full-fledged Joe's Kansas City Barbecue restaurant.
That's great. 28 years. What are some of your favorite awards?
They won the American Royal. Jeff is one of the only pit masters in the United States to have won awards in 4 continuous decades, to be a world champion in 4 decades. It is kind of one of the anchors if you're a competition pit master to be able to come to Kansas City and win a barbecue competition. Jeff is also in the Kansas City Barbecue Society Hall of Fame. That is a really great award as well. It kind of shows your tenure and your history in the town. The draft was just here last year, the NFL draft, and we were on stage and won the Burn End Award for the best burn ends in town. We did a little kind of fun competition. So as a Kansas-based company, we really pride ourselves on being not just the best in Kansas City, the best in America. We kind of really love to say that we are the barbecue capital of the country. And so again, I think when you have your favorite here in Kansas, that kind of means that you're a really popular restaurant in the country. And I think that that's something that the gas station really prides itself on, as being one of the top restaurants in the country.
Well, I know what you want to know is what's the secret? What's the secret to winning so many of these barbecue championships? So let's head back in the kitchen and let's
get our hands dirty.
Let's get dirty.
So Jonathan, I think the best way for us to show you what Kansas City Barbecue is all about is to actually put on some gloves and get your hands dirty.
Let's do it.
So I think one of the questions you asked was what makes Kansas City Barbecue, what makes Joe's, and the history. We want to make sure the barbecue that you get on Monday is the same barbecue you get on Saturday. And to do that, we're very consistent with our cookers, our temperature, our rubs. And so we'll kind of show you as we open up here. These are our ribs, for instance. These are going to be pork spare ribs. We only cook with Missouri white oak. So if you want to go ahead and grab one there, we're actually going to take these off. So you want to just pull that on there, check it a little bit for some tenderness right here. You'll see that it kind of feels like your hand, and then you'll just put it right on there. So as you can see, pork spare rib, again, we have the same rub that we use all the time. We only cook with Missouri white oak. Those are going to go in for about 225 degrees for 3 to 4 hours before we get a check. And again, they're all going to have, I think you'll see as we start to pull them out, a consistent color, a consistent feel, and that's when we know they're ready to go. So again, I think the main part of what Joe's makes Joe's, again, is everything is low and slow. So these will go in 3 to 4 hours. Our big meats like our brisket and our pork and our turkey will actually go in overnight. So those will start at 3 o'clock and we'll actually pull those off at 7 in the morning the next day. So again, but same consistency as Missouri white oak. We have our same dry rubs that go on every piece of meat, the same portions that we go out, and I think a lot of it is our people. You got to have really good people in all the restaurants serving the same barbecue the same way, day in, day out, to get that consistency. And so I think what makes Joe's, again, is not just the people, but the consistency of the barbecue that we do.
Well, thank you so much for bringing me back here. I wish you could be here and smell how great it smells in here right now. Thanks so much for watching. I look forward to you joining me on the next episode of The American Dream, Selling Kansas City.
Hi, American Dream. This is Porsche Brown with Selling Kansas City, and I'm here in downtown Shawnee. We're gonna head on over to Drastic Measures, which is one of my favorite spots to decompress after a long day, because we all know we have them. Come on over. Hi, Justin.
Hi.
Happy to see you.
So good to see you.
So we are here today with Justin Burnell. He is the owner of Drastic Measures, this beautiful location that we're at. I am so curious. Why did you guys pick this location? Where did the idea come from? Tell me a little bit about it.
So it's all happenstance. Jay Sanders and I, we met in Iowa City. We wanted to open a cocktail bar, and City Hall contacted us, and they were like, Derek and Shelly Shackelford, they own this construction business, just bought this building, and they worked really hard to get us to open out here.
Wow.
So it was a doctor's office before. So all this beautiful stone was covered by drywall because, you know, this isn't exactly the vibe of a doctor's office. This original building predates Kansas as a state.
Wow, I did not know that.
So it is built in 1850. It was originally a blacksmith shop. And we just like fell in love with the vibe of it.
I love that.
We completely changed the concept. We went more for like mid-century modern den, speakeasy kind of idea. We only do cocktails because that's what we're good at.
Gotcha.
We decided to just do what we're good at, just do what we know, and hope that if we do things excellently, we won't need to add a variety. We can just specialize in what we do.
So Justin, one of the appeals for me that actually drew me to Drastic Measures is kind of the feel of culture that you have behind it. I know the motto is mixing with philanthropy. So can you tell us a little bit about that and like what you stand for?
We decided that we weren't going to shy away from our political beliefs, but I'm also the child of 2 trans women.
Oh wow.
So I wasn't going to work in a place where I had to hide that part of myself.
Yeah.
And I didn't think anyone should have to, regardless of what your position is.
Agreed, totally agreed.
And we've just tried to create this little space here where everyone who might feel unwelcome somewhere else can feel welcome and safe here.
So what do you have for me, Justin? I want to try something a little spicy. I'll go with your recommendation.
Cool. I think the Dead Ideas is going to be great for that. It's mezcal, passion fruit, and spicy Espelette liqueur. So it's this really nice mix of a little smoke, a little spice, a little fruitiness. It's not too sweet, a little sugar. And then on top of here, we've infused this olive oil with red chili threads. And we dot the top here so that you get little pops of spice.
Beautiful.
Throughout the drink. So the drink's a little spicy and then you'll get a pop of spice. Amps it up a little bit.
So Justin, I'm so curious, how did you learn just all about this? There's obviously a science behind what to mix, when to mix, what to store, what tastes good. Like, where did that come from?
I read books like Liquid Intelligence, The Cocktail Codex. These books are like the tomes for doing this job. You fail constantly, all the time. You make the worst drinks. Every one of these drinks on our menu, there are 10 terrible drinks behind it. Yeah, it's just a lot of failure. It's a lot of reading. It's a lot of being really curious about the thing.
Yeah.
You get so many opportunities to like make somebody's night. And like, I don't know, that's really cheesy, but that's why I like it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, I want to cheers. Thank you for having us, for being here with us. We really appreciate it. And again, I am Porsche Brown with Selling Kansas City, and this is Justin Burnell at Drastic Measures, and we appreciate you. Cheers.
American Dream, welcome to Kansas City. We are in Olathe, Kansas today, and I am your host, Christine Judd Andrew. I'm here today at the nationally ranked golf course, Shadow Glen, and I'm going to be introducing you to my friend David Resch, who's the general manager. Let's go meet him. Here at Shadow Glen today, and I'm with my friend David Resch, and he's the general manager of this golf club. We are also on hole 13. It has been chosen by America as one of the best. David, can you tell me why?
Absolutely, I'd love to. It was chosen the best 13th hole in modern golf, which is really cool for a course in Olathe, Kansas. You take all the 13th holes in the country and it stacked up #1 with all the national raters. So that was very exciting. And that kind of goes along with a lot of other national accolades the course has gotten through the years. We opened in 1989 and we were rated by Golf Digest the best new private club in the country. So a very cool honor. And we're in the top 100 of best courses in the country through 1996. So some very cool accolades for the design out here. Great piece of property. So when Tom Watson, Tom Weiskopf, and Jay Morrish got this piece of property, they got a lot of options for golf holes because it's a very fun place. It's very unique to Olathe, Kansas, or Kansas in general, this piece of property.
Yeah, I would agree. Thank you. Do you want to go check out the hole?
I would love to.
Let's do that.
All right, so we're on the 13th green, and this is the iconic Oxbow in Cedar Creek for which the 13th hole is named for. Again, a very cool piece of property, the topography, and we're kind of in a valley down here where this hole sits, which makes it very secluded and kind of quiet with a lot of wildlife, and that adds so much to the hole.
Yes.
So it's just a neat place.
So is there any other amenities here that...
Absolutely, we've got a newly remodeled clubhouse.
Okay.
That we finished about a year ago, and I would love to show it to you.
Yeah, let's go see it.
Okay.
Let's go. Hey guys, we're here at the clubhouse and I wanted to talk about that. I understand it was just remodeled. Is that correct?
It was. In the past year and a half, we've remodeled and we've created some new spaces. So we've got a very casual dining area with a bunch of TVs. It's more of a sports bar feel. And then as we sit here, we're kind of in what was our old main dining room, which is now a little more casual also. And we turned another room, which we call the Watson room, into our very fine dining with white tablecloths and stuff like that. And then off our men's locker room, we have another big sports bar area.
Very nice. And I understand that your chef has prepared something amazing for us.
Absolutely.
I've heard the food is amazing, so
it is very
should we have him bring it out?
That would be perfect.
Perfect.
We prepared a tomato Napoleon with fried green tomatoes, basil pesto, and fresh mozzarella, and then our house focaccia. We have
looks good.
Roasted roots and fruits, which is gold beets, red beets, and parsnips, with oranges, craisins, pistachios, goat cheese, and fried Brussels sprout leaves. Then we have a beef short rib with a root vegetable gratin, broccoli rabe, and a demi-glaze. And then we have our house favorite, which is roasted red potatoes, spinach, and then it's our maple glazed salmon with carrots and parsnips fried on top.
Looks good.
We have some fresh dilly bread. That's a family recipe. And then we have our sweets and treats, and then a plate of pistachio schmear, a chocolate torte, pistachio ice cream, and then a strawberry frozen yogurt.
Wonderful. It looks amazing. Thank you so much for making this for us. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Thanks so much for joining us on American Dream TV today. I'm your host, Christine Judd Andrew, my friend David Resch, the general manager. We look forward to seeing you next time.
Hi, and welcome to American Dream. I'm your host, Bill White.
And I'm Rhonda White, and today we're in Overland Park, Kansas, home to about 200,000 people in the Kansas City metro area, and home to one of our favorite places, Nick and Jake's, a great restaurant built by two friends with two different ideas. Let's go inside and check it out.
Well, I'm excited because I'm here with the owner of Nick and Jake's, Kevin Timmons. So Kevin, I've got to ask you, where did you come up with the name Nick and Jake's?
Well, it was the easiest thing we had to do in the entire 20-something years we've been open. It's our boys' names.
Oh.
So my son is Nick and my partner's son's name is Jake.
Okay, nice. And tell us about the restaurant concept. I mean, tell me a little bit, how'd you come up with this idea, and tell us a little bit about the restaurant.
Well, I had more of a formal background, not quite white tablecloth, but more upscale, and my business partner ran sports bars. So kind of like the old commercial, dip your chocolate in my peanut butter.
Yeah.
Let's merge a sports bar with an upscale steakhouse and see what we get. So it resulted in Nick and Jake's. There's a there's a wall that separates Nick's side from Jake's side in all of our restaurants. So the Nick side is a little more formal, it's a little quieter. We play jazz, Dean Martin, Sinatra. The artwork is a little nicer, it's more Americana. And then on the sports bar side, we always do a big horseshoe bar where people can talk across the bar and next to each other. A lot of flat screen, high def TVs, and the music is more classic rock unless there's a game on and we're actually playing the game.
Yeah.
So we got Nick's side is a little quieter, Jake's side is more of the sports bar.
You know, I've participated in some things you've done for the community. So tell us about that. What do you do for the community?
Well, we still do it. It started as a drunken sports bar golf tournament 20 years ago.
Sure.
And now it's a bona fide foundation that raises money for Children's Mercy Hospital. And since 2009, we've raised over $6.5 million for the local children's hospital and almost $1 million for a couple of other charities, most notably the Children's Place. We lost Nick, the namesake of Nick and Jake's. We lost him to suicide in 2017, and we pivoted our tournament towards mental health. And now our foundation, which raised almost $1.5 million last year, is a big part of a depression and anxiety clinic for youth at Children's Mercy Hospital. So, as much as we miss that little guy, his passing has kind of lit the fuse of some good things in the community.
When you come here, you feel like family. I mean, I guess that's the intent. I meet so many friends here, and we enjoy the great food, great service. Tell us a little bit about when is the best time, though, for people who have not been to Nick and Jake's to come.
Well, the thing about Nick and Jake's is you've got different day parts. You've got the Monday through Friday power lunch, the business lunch side at Nick's, and then Monday through Friday, you got people coming in, kind of wandering in, knowing that they're going to be able to sit at the bar and meet someone or be able to talk to someone. So, the lunches, then the dinners, great place to have business dinners, to celebrate birthdays, anniversaries, and so forth. On the weekends, we get a lot of soccer teams and baseball teams in here with the fields not being so far away. I still love to come in every day and talk with people like you and your wife.
We appreciate
Wonderful.
that so much, yeah. Well, thank you so much, Kevin. Really appreciate you taking time with us to share your story about Nick and Jake's, and we are really, really can't wait to get my next meal here.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it.
Well, that's our episode of American Dreams Selling Kansas City. My name is Adriana Bates, and I've enjoyed hosting you as we've toured around this amazing city with our top real estate professionals. Tune in with us next time, and don't forget to follow us on our socials at The American Dream TV. So that's it, and don't forget, cheers to your American dream.